What's going on with my friends in YouTubeville? It's been a minute since I posted. I've had a lot going on here. I'm sitting in my van here, my RV van, actually parked at a Cracker Barrel here in Cumming, Georgia. I'm actually here for a party for my sister-in-law. She doesn't know it. At least I guess she doesn't. If my brother's kept it from her, she doesn't really know. But I drove up here for the day. Probably be driving back home tomorrow. Got a lot of things going on. Update on my battery situation. I'm waiting on an RMA. I've got to ship my battery back to Ames for a warranty on it. It's when you build these vans, guys, I'm just going to tell you, be prepared that you're going to have some things that are warranty are going to go wrong with me. I've had a warranty issue on the charge controller. Now the battery. I just hope it's not something else. We know the battery, he seems to think, is that if we're not getting to 14.6 volts and it's not getting past a certain, in other words, it's not letting me discharge or charge this battery, if something's disconnected with cells or the battery monitoring system is off on this thing. So it happens. It's not that it's a bad battery. Ames Solar is a reputable solar company. I haven't got the RMA yet. I'll touch base with them Monday and we'll get that done. Other than that, everything's going great. There's some things I want to add to the van here. It's going to be great. I think I'm decided that we're going to go ahead and get the swivel kits for the front, and I'm going to get some overheads. And I think the overheads I'm going to do is something a little bit different. They're called mule bags. If you look up like a mule, M-U-L-E, mule bags. I need to find out more about them. They almost look like large duffel bags, but they're overheads that you can modular. You can take them out if you want to do it. It's really cool. The problem is there are tracks, L tracks or something you have to put up from the wall to the ceiling. And I need to read up more about that, how that works. When I talked to the guy about the mule bags, he's like, yeah, you go over here to buy the tracks. And then I'm trying to understand, why don't you carry everything all together in one place? But apparently not. So it's gonna take a little research, find out what that's all about, if I decide to go that route. And a few things I want to do here. I've got to go up to Charlotte to IKEA. I need to get a new front for my drawer here. When I took the first trip in this back in June, the drawer fell out there. I don't know if you can see it. This one right here, the bottom corner's caved in right there. It's my little weatherman angle. There we go, right there. Anyway, I've got to go get a front for that drawer and get that done. We're going to put a little hardware in here. I've got some other things I might do, but I really want to get this thing tip top, man. It's great. Still got to get a cushion for the bench here I'm sitting on. Bench is great, but we got to get a couch cushion. So, and it's the couch cushion is a 36 long by 20 deep for the bottom and the back. I don't know if I can find one for that total or two. If anybody knows the best place to get cushions that are of that size or reasonably cost, that are maybe they can be cut to fit on that. That's maybe a gel memory foam padding and a good professionally done couch cushion, let me know. Because we'll use the snap fit buttons like I did up here for my curtain. That's another thing I got to work on, is I'm going to get that set a little bit differently to where it's hanging better. Maybe more Velcro. Velcro has been the bomb in this van build. But let me know if anybody knows of any couch cushions, where to go. If anybody who has a clue on that. If not, we're on the search. I've got some people that I might be possibly using to make me one custom. It's not exactly something I want to do, but if I have to, I will. We'll see on that deal on these couch cushions. I never thought I'd be struggling to search one out and not knowing whether I'd be able to even find one of that size. Everything else is just odd sizes, like 20 by 40, or well, not odd, they're even sizes, my bad. Odds like 5 and 7, but they're even numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40, but not the 36 by 20, which are a little disproportional, so to speak. So, but anyway, things are going well. The battery, I get it back. This thing's just going to be parked for about 3 or 4 weeks. One thing is, if you ever get in a situation like that where you've got to take this coach battery out of here, you've got solar. Most important thing to do is pull the breaker from your charge controller on your alternator from the battery and disconnect your solar. You do not want any charge going to that charge controller without it going to a battery. You'll burn that charge controller up. It's very important to do that. I've got breakers that go to the battery and breakers going, but I still have to disconnect my solar, so that'll be an easy thing. But the pain in the ass is going to be getting all these 4-gauge cables back together. Clancy and I are going to have to, he's going to hold them and have to get that stuff put back on the battery. It's going to be a boatload of fun. Oh my God. I was kind of wondering when I put that battery back in there if there's another option, but I don't know. I'll talk to them, see if they have some battery extenders for that I can get those cables put on more efficiently without having to fight that, because that's such a pain in the ass. But anyway, all is well, and I'm going to get off here, but I will post more as time goes on. Other than that, things are going well. I've been busy musically. I've had another issue. I've been over my head with stuff, trying to get music done, and then I had a hard drive issue. That was another thing on my music side that I've had to fight with the last several weeks. That's been a chore. We're getting through it though. But anyway, other than that, I'll post progress as I get to it, and then like I always say, if anything cool comes along, I'll cut you in. Have a good one. Thanks so much. Bye.